Well, do you think your car sales experience, that's that sort of sales environment?
Yeah, I'll say that. I'll say that.
Because I think that like I have a sales background.
Yeah.
And I think that has served me for everything I've ever done.
Oh, absolutely.
Even if it just be trying to get the assistant at the what do you call them? We call it Vic Roads in Victoria, but the motor when you're trying to get some help from the person to register your car, a bit of a bit of ability to communicate and encourage and
absolutely.
Steer
I have
the
a degree.
conversation.
I have a degree in finance, and I have a Bachelor of Commerce in business and such. And I will take what I learned in the car business over that any day of the week.
Of course,
it was just very, and I didn't even sell cars. I sold the rust proofing and warranty.
Yeah.
So they
that's the real sales.
Customers are coming in.
Yeah,
they'll spend weeks on picking a car, picking the color, picking the sales guy or the sales girl is pushing hard to make this sale happen. It's a big struggle. Then they come into my office for 15 minutes, and after they just agree they're going to pay $300 a month or whatever, $500 a month, and they don't have a penny more, and the sales guy comes in and says, just listen, this guy, like, they're not going to buy anything. Just don't screw up my sale, pressuring them. I'm like, yeah, no problem. And the customer sits in front of me and says, okay, this is what's going to happen. You're going to change this. You're going to do this. You're going to add rust proofing. And they're like, yeah, okay. And it'll piss off the sales guy because they're like, how did you do that?
Yeah.
Well, it's this gift of gab. But
that's real sales. There's degrees of salesmanship, and it goes with every industry. Like there's the order taker salesman, to the elite, like, I think anything that doesn't have – see, when you're selling that rust proofing, you don't have the marketing machine of like, let's say it's Toyotas. That person that comes in to buy that Toyota has seen the Toyota's marketing. They've seen their friends drive Toyotas. They've seen Toyotas on the road. So there's this big machine behind that sale, and then they walk in there with an idea that they want a new car, that they sort of understand the product, they understand the brand, and – the salesman there, he has a job to do, but he's got a lot of help. And then something like rust proofing, you've got to educate the buyer on what the hell it is. And, you've got to get that through that in that 15-minute window.
Exactly. And take their credit application. Yeah. And it's not just the rust proofing. In 15 minutes, you got to talk about the rust proofing and the warranty and the life insurance. And the scratch and tire insurance. Imagine selling warranties on vehicles that you just were convinced that will never break down. Your car's not breaking down. This is Toyota. This is Honda. They're not going to break down. And listen, you're going to need a warranty.
There's probably a chance it's going to break down.
There's a chance it's going to break down. We have this, and I always used to say to them, like, how is it going to break down? Oh, listen, look at our building here. Look at our physical building. 10% of it is the showroom, and 90% is the mechanic shop. What's the reason? It can't be just for oil changes.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you're right. I'm like, yeah, you're right. But it is, back to what you're implying of what all this is every job is a sales job. Every job. If you have a business, you're in sales. If you're a comedian, you're not. Comedy is just the product.
Correct.
You're in sales. And if I do not fill a room, I didn't do my job as a salesperson. When I'm on stage, and I'm so grateful that people even think about spending money on me. But if I'm on stage, if it's not sold out, my brain starts to spin.
Yeah.
When I see that, I can see that one empty seat.
You're like,
one, and I'm not focused on the. Let's say it was a 400-person show. The 399 people are there. My brain is saying, why didn't I get one person in that chair? What was it about me? And we're always beating ourselves up. And that's what drives me to say, hey, somehow the next time I'm gonna fill.
Well,
that
a lot
seat.
of comedians don't talk about this, and like I said, with my brief exposure to the comedy scene, like a lot of it is I'm going to show up and people are going to love me, and then they're going to follow me around, and it's like not going to work like that. It's not going to work like that. As soon as you leave the stage, you're going to leave their mind. And especially now in this world where we've got so much stimulation bombarding us from every angle, and Instagram's constantly, someone's got something new and awesome to throw in our face, and Facebook's got something. And so I think that, you know, putting yourself out there and literally grabbing someone on the street and saying, hey, I need you to come to my show. You're going to have the best time. Da, 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 da. My name is Giuseppe the MC, blah, blah, blah. And that's one ticket sold. Bang. Next. You know, you know, I think, and occasionally you'll get a guy will bring 10 of his mates. Great. That's 10 done, you know. But,
they're my best friends, you know.
Yeah.
And when people say, hey, I just bought tickets to your when somebody messages me and says, hey, I just bought a pair of tickets to your show. Thank you. Wonderful. I really appreciate it. Can you, and I literally say, let your friends know, let your family know, let the neighbors, the dog, like I'll make a joke about it, but I'm serious.
But you're serious,
yeah, because they're your best. Your best advertisers are your super fans,
customers,
and I can tell you that my fans have been. I hate even using that word fans. It's so pretentious to me. I don't know. I like literally they all become my friends eventually. Like, you know, and I really try to. I have never not replied to anybody. Somebody sends me a message, I reply, and it's not just like a hey thanks or a thumbs up. Like I really try to engage conversation because, you know, if they're spending the time and more importantly they're spending their money on me, why not engage?